Hey, we have some Kalen Rumble fans for I got banned of the Toronto picks. I'll put that Malfoy for third ban and Oli gets banned. No, or oh no, one smaller, another strong. Oh, first pick. You know what? I haven't seen this champion in a while. Thought Jinx in the bot lane, one of the staple picks currently in this tournament, been used a lot and it's actually been working out for several teams. Oh, never mind, not Jin. Another good staple strong pick in bot. Kai'Sa. Soraka, one of the notable strong combos in 2025. Especially played on top lane, however, matching the Jhin Nord could be quite an issue, however Soraka does scale early.
battle shall prevail. For we know what they have done. 5 legends of our realm who sought to follow the path of their dark musings. But they did not know what they had summoned. Pentakill. To these creatures, there is but one thing left to do. Heavy metal.
Stream should populate soon if it doesn't. Wait, there we go. Papa versus CLO. Papa opted out to not have a mid lane in this game. Very unique strategy.
Another jungle pick. From what we've known so far, jungle. When a jungler has been picked, the team has lost every single time. But let's see if Papa here can beat the odds.
Mordekaiser doing some damage to the Darius currently as a 5x down in bot lane as well. Jinx applying some early pressure as Soraka is throwing bananas.
Yeah, the Jinx early, really aggressive here, but doesn't really get the kill. Now she'll have to lose this incoming wave to the turret. Oh, maybe if the Nolus freezes here, it's not too bad for the Jinx.
Yeah.
The Kai'Sa would end up losing a lot more here in this trade.
Darius did flash at top. Losing out.
Oh, but this wave is very big for the Jinx. Trading in the wave, losing a lot of HP. Now actually losing the whole entire 3 waves, the first 3 waves combined here. Still level 1, walking back to lane.
And he looks like he's gonna also secure.
Oh, Nautilus hooked onto the Soraka, stepping up way past her minion line. Does net CLO's bot lane an early kill. First blood for the Nautilus.
And he did take one tower play at mid lane as well. Nautilus.
Yeah, Darius fully stacked in the top lane, 1v1ing the Mordekaiser, does end up winning, forcing the Mordekaiser to back and flash away.
Jinx being a bit greedy there, fighting a 1v2, and Xin Zhao did manage to swoop in and help out, take a kill.
Darius here on the dive, playing behind the turret, fully zoning the Mordekaiser away from the wave.
Soraka flashes away, and Xin Zhao gangs bot, taking another kill for
Yeah,
the blue
very
side.
proactive jungler here. Xin Zhao already 2 ganks on the bot lane, netting 2 kills for himself.
Darius continuing to apply pressure outside of lane.
Oh, but this time he's not quite winning. The Hemorrhage stacks does drop, and Mordekaiser chasing down the Darius does end up getting a kill.
Darius also
Soraka
losing.
again. Yeah, Soraka again, stepping up a little too far, getting hooked. That CC. So imperative to landing that extra kill.
Mordekaiser.
Nautilus, every spell basically has a CC. W being an auto reset, not really actual CC, but does do a lot of damage.
Mordekaiser does TP bot, dies, and Kai'Sa does secure a 1-for-1 trade for that encounter.
Yeah, with the absence of a mid laner here for a Papa, Soraka does run mid to catch the wave, pushing Nanny in somehow, even though she's 2 levels down.
It looks like even though there's no mid lane, the jungler and other laners are somewhat proactively trying to cover it.
Yeah, but the Xin Zhao here, a lot of ganks, not too much farming. He is on 39 CS, that's basically 10 total camps.
Oh, Mordekaiser?
Did take minions from lanes, but besides the point.
Yep. Mordekaiser didn't manage to kill Darius. Darius flashes away and recalls.
Yeah, looking at the course of the game here, though, the Soraka will end up providing a lot of value for the Xin Zhao here. Xin Zhao, known to be good with enchanters. So
Oh,
as the
wait.
game scales slowly, Papa might gain an advantage when it comes to the 5v5. Well, 4v4, sorry.
For this jungle pick and being mid open is gonna be a bit of an issue. However, like I said before, they are actually covering it, which is very different from last year, to be honest.
Yeah, only 2 plates fallen for the mid lane turns, whereas bot lane, even though it is a 2v2, they have lost more plates.
Mordekaiser does secure another kill at top lane. The Chunks, oh no, the Kaiser actually killed the Jinx.
Yeah, Nautilus in the 1v2 does end up picking up that kill like, back onto the Kai'Sa.
Don't miss the hook. Soraka hitting all the bananas, misses the E.
Yeah, but walking up a little far here, the trade does go in favor of the Nautilus, but he is now out of mana.
Another scuffle at top lane. Mordekaiser with a full hemorrhage stacks, although Darius is low and forces him to back.
Yeah, that passive damage from the Mordekaiser passive does actually end up doing a lot because the bots don't really recognize that they're being hit. It's just their HP somehow falls.
Blue
So
team has managed to secure the dragon quite.
4-man into the mid lane. Annie eviscerated.
They really don't like this mid lane.
Yeah, but Bowling Turret falls to the Jinx, claiming the plates for herself. That Jinx, once fed, will be very scary. Again, one reset is all it takes. Kai'Sa here in the 1v1 with Jinx, Nautilus, the support, but Xin Zhao comes in from the fog of war, pops the ult, chases down the Nautilus. Does he land his W? No, could not get the E. But Nautilus walking back in does end up dying.
Xin Zhao's farm is 63, although it seems like he wasn't farming a lot. He actually has the highest CS of the game. Oh no, Annie does.
Yeah, I mean, Annie in a free lane here, just free farming. It's almost like 8 CS per minute. Actually, decently high.
Oh wait, it's Jin, not Jinx.
Oh, it's Jin? I'm stupid.
Oh well,
I mean, we just
never
redo,
happened,
no?
never happened.
We should redo, no?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, that is my bad.
Whoopsie daisies. I thought
Oh, we should have ended the game. Now if now I have to do the whole draft again. Oh my.
I muted for you.
Yeah, that was a technical error on my part. Setting the
Or
champ as Jinx instead of Jin.
never
But
happened. I think everything is
now
correct
the now the correct game should be in play.
now.
Jin ADC with Nautilus support this time, not the Jinx. Aside from that,
Welcome to
everything else should be
Summoner's
good.
Rift. Minions have spawned.
Okay, can we like 4 times speed this now? Sure.
I wish that was a
Yeah.
setting. Yeah, getting into the game now again. The Annie free lane in the mid lane.
From the game from before, will it happen again where
Early fighting in the bot lane here. Jin does take quite a big chunk, and so does Nautilus, forcing to be flushed away. Soraka walking up, zoning him. The Jin does manage to base, but the Nautilus very low, having to walk very far back.
it looks like the same case scenario has happened again? Consistent.
Yeah, somewhat consistent. Yeah, the Jin again walking back to lane, taking a big chunk. This time staying to catch a lot of the XP, however.
I think Jin did TP away. Maybe a scuffle in top lane.
Mordekaiser and Darius. Mordekaiser seems to be winning, hitting that Q, isolation, big damage, big bonk onto the Darius, netting him the solo kill.
First kill does go to the Mordekaiser.
Ooh, Hokuya onto the Kaiser, but the Jin walking into the river for no reason. He's just sitting in Tribush. The root, though, does end up getting the kill on the Soraka. The CC layering, not allowing her to flash out of the tower.
Kaiser might be in a pickle here with low mana. Forces her to pick back.
Killing blooms into art.
And the Jin seems to be doing better laning than the Jinx from the previously terminated game.
Mordekaiser
Seems to be a stronger combo here with the Nautilus. The AI may be better somehow. Big damage on the Kaiser, but the Xin Zhao does end up walking bot. Cover comes from the jungle, forcing enemy bot lane to back off. But the TP here with the Xin Zhao as well. Jin does get caught out. Barrier is not enough to save him. And Xin Zhao picks up a kill on the gank.
Although that TP did secure a kill, Darius is free farming top while Annie secures the second tower plating.
Yeah, scaling here for free, virtually, for CLO. Ooh, dodges the pull from the Mordekaiser. The Jin here manages to live under tower. No dive will be able to happen here. But getting low, being forced off the tower, Kaiser does pick up a plate.
Things are covering mid as Mordekaiser returns to top lane. Kaiser low mana. Does she
The Xin Zhao
yes.
here, picking up the mid farm, this jungle. All down, so it's time to do what he wants.
An ally has been
Oh,
slain.
Annie killed the Zinzao, didn't know what happened.
Yeah, the Annie didn't even need to use ult. Xin Zhao walking up way too far, the ignite, netting her that extra bit of damage, denying the healing. Big fight here in the bot lane.
Oh, I mean not Annie. Jin missed a full W between two people. Zinzao looking for gank. And does secure a kill and a flash from the Jin.
Yeah, meanwhile on the opposite side of the map, Mordekaiser does fall to the Darius. Maybe that early TP, not too great for his lane as the Darius 2 levels up.
Another 3-man scuffle.
Yeah, 3-man mid, but the Annie does manage to live. The plasma not procced by the Kai'Sa, so the majority of that big chunk of damage that Kai'Sa can offer didn't quite go through.
Well, the Kaiser returns to top lane,
Yeah.
Darius.
Fighting again here in the top lane. Darius 2 levels up, seemingly unstoppable in this lane.
Every time Mordekaiser appears, Darius does a massive damage, forcing him to back every single time. Jin hits
Ulting
two
in
ults.
during in turret range, but does manage to hit 2 quick ulti shots, not having to tank anymore.
Oh, Zinzao found the Darius.
Yeah, Darius here against the Xin Zhao 2 levels up though. Very scary. dunk for the Darius, netting him that kill. Has the ult reset, heading back to lane, but the Mordekaiser TPs away into the bot lane.
This macro looks a bit more weaker for upper side. Since I was gonna attempt to do Krogs. Not Krogs. What are these little blobs called again?
Grubs.
Krobs? Oh yeah.
Yeah, these void grubs.
The grubs, yeah.
Notably for junglers, they actually require at least one teammate for them to actually start the objective.
Oh, what?
If
Jin
not, the objective
ulting
will be
down
started.
into the void as Soraka lived that.
Yeah, I don't know where the Jin was aiming there.
Jackal did miss.
Has been slain.
But Annie picks up the kill on the Kaisa, walking behind the turret.
Darius still secure a kill top lane.
Dragon here for Xin Zhao, stopped by the Annie, but she does end up paying for it with her life.
And
Also expending a flash, but not managing to get away. Darius here so strong on the 1v1, getting that free lane early for himself. Really got him ahead of his lane opponent. And maybe Darius is a really good pick here because his summoner spell of choice is Ghost and not TP, so there's no weird AI where he TPs away from lane. He will just stay on lane, pick up those plates if the enemy does end up TPing away.
I don't know if they TP with the new third ability. I don't know if bots actually click it, but we'll find out in this
I'm
game.
not quite sure. I don't think they use the quest TP. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's in the AI.
Darius
But
dunked.
Darius roaming mid here, picking up another kill, even forcing the flash on the Xin Zhao. Lotus hooks the wall, but does apply that stack for the Jin to root. No real follow-up comes off that. The Kaisa low on mana. Does want to take a base here. Being chased down by the Jin and Nautilus. Can Nautilus find this hook? Can he find the Kaisa?
Oh. Maybe.
Oh, there
That's
he is,
it,
the ulti.
Oh,
Kaisa
Kaisa
Blast comes back into the
is-
Nautilus, and the fourth shot by Jin does end up getting him that kill.
Jin not finding the Zins out as well. And dies for it.
Ulti mid.
Jin.
Is Jin proactive on the map? Yeah, against the Mordekaiser. Rooted under the tower is the Mordekaiser, and the Jin picks up another kill. That's 4 separate kills. A disconnected quadra for the Jin. For the Jin.
That is some insane play. Oh, more TPs in mid. Then looking for Dragon while Mordekaiser is getting.
Yeah, the Timber is taking up that turn as the Jin and Annie walking straight through, getting them that kill. Nautilus distracting the enemy team, allowing the Jin and Annie to base for free. No repercussions for chasing that far.
An ally has been slain.
Soroka.
Summoner
falling
is
for
straight
that
here for the
Annie.
supports,
2 kills
but the
for her.
Soraka. Not enough, the healing, not enough through that ignite to save herself and the Kaisa.
Seems misses
Ooh,
the
Wind becomes lightning, misses, and barely Annie flashes out of the kill range.
Destroyed.
Ooh, Soraka dodges the North Hook.
Yeah, by a hair's breadth.
Mordekaiser
Ulted is the Nautilus. Mordekaiser not quite picking up the kill, but eventually will get it. Does not get the extra stats from his ultimate. Meanwhile, Darius double kill on the top side.
An enemy
1v2ing that Xin Zhao and Kaisa.
Team CLO with major bounties and gold.
Yeah, CL really ahead in this game here, but as the longer the game scales, like I said before, the Xin Zhao and Enchanter combo extremely strong. If that Xin Zhao can be kept in the fight alive, he can deal a lot of damage.
As we say that Annie didn't land a double kill on, I mean not just single kill on Xin Zhao.
Yeah, Kaisa losing this 1v1 to the Nautilus in the bot lane. The Bramble Vest dealing ample damage back to the Kaisa as she autos him down.
Din catches the Nor, presses ult, lands the Q and manages to get the kill.
Jin here, ulti, oh, flash predict basically on the Mordekaiser, does end up getting the kill through his ult. The curtain calls and Mordekaiser seems to have answered. Mordekaiser ulti, but the Annie does finish him off in the death realm. This Mordekaiser pick here seems to not be too strong. 2-7 with the Rylai rush. Maybe due to the fact that he had to TP out of lane. His lane really doomed itself. Inhib already fallen here for Team Papa. The mid lane inhibitor already gone. Top lane tier 3 gone. Inhib will probably be next.
Not currently pushing the bot lane as Darius has entered vision in the mid.
Yeah, but can he take this 1v4 here? That's a lot of damage. Missing the Q though, but does end up surviving for a long time. The Xin Zhao ult negating all of Jin's damage from the outside. So Papa here picking up 2 crucial kills. Maybe they can get back into the game this way. Annie here running into 4 people, does have to flash out. Xin Zhao not noticing the tippers, but as Annie tethers it away, Xin Zhao does live and go back to base.
Annie in a 1v2 gets caught out, dies. Jin pushing bot.
Yeah, maybe a second hit will fall here again, but 4 people collapsing on that Jin. Stuck in the base here is Team Papa, but that also gives them the extra XP and the extra manpower to deal with these champions on the enemy side.
This could turn the game.
Yeah, slowly scaling up here. The Soraka, 2 items ready. Her heals substantial now in value. The Xin Zhao one-shotted before the Soraka can reach him. Running in 1 by 1 here, not a very common strategy. They do end up all dying. Kaisa left to defend the base, all on her lonesome.
Kaisa
Ulting in, not quite the wisest choice. Does trade 1-for-1 with the Nautilus, but that's an ace for CLO.
Annie now fighting the Xin with the support of Jin, kind of. Mordekaiser does manage to pick up 2.
Here, the mage, the ranged champions too low. The Mordekaiser, passive burning them down. Rylai is allowing him to catch up with all his targets. Stick on them until they die. Xin Zhao and Kaisa here heading towards the Drake, but not quite sure if they can do them or do it.
Persist not actually to Drake. Does a
Yeah,
play
get on
in
mid
mid.
lane. Xin Zhao here with the ult, he does save him from the Jin 4th shot, but through the Soraka ult, he does not live the entourage from the Nautilus.
Does CL reclaim another inhib or would...
Yeah.
Lose
CLO 4-man in the top side, catching the Mordekaiser out of position, way too far up for not having a tower there. Xin Zhao here, 1v4, not quite the play that he wanted to make. Soraka also running in, Kaisa ulting in as well. Ace for CLO as Team Papa just runs in one by one, giving one kill after another.
Those are not some outstanding plays for the bots.
Yeah, but the death timer is not quite high enough yet for the game to automatically end upon an ace. Mordekaiser here in the death room. Does he end up getting these kills? He does. And the Team Papa defend and stay alive for another day.
Mordekaiser's 2-7 score now changes to 9-9-6.
9 and 9. Mordekaiser caught up on these kills here with that extra gold. He might be tanky enough to actually one versus many, you know, maybe take that 1v2, 1v3, especially with the ulti.
I think since I was trying to look for a dragon play, however, he finds that Annie manages to kill it though.
When the Xin Zhao's not one-shotted with the Soraka there, he does end up doing quite a lot of work. That sticking power that the Xin Zhao has, the knockup from his Q, Wind Becomes Lightning with the E follow-up, does give him a lot of chasing potential.
To be free in bot.
And the Jin ulted and the Mordekaiser picks up another kill.
Sichuan going on the north while another 3v1 happens in top lane. Zizan does die to the Annie.
Manages to flash away the ghost, giving him that extra bit of move speed to be able to outrun the Mordekaiser even through the Rylai. Soraka here, is she chasing a little bit too much? The Kaisa is a little behind her, but the Kaisa without ult and without any CC from the Soraka cannot assist from that long range. The Killer Instinct isn't able to be procced.
Very
rolling
tanky.
with the Nautilus. The Nautilus is very tanky, yes. With that Thorn Mail, the plated steel caps, takes a really long time for Xin Zhao to kill him.
And he managed to find Kaisa, and Soraka does kill the Soraka.
Kaisa here not stopping the Annie base even though she was right in front of her face. On 1 HP, or like low HP for that matter as well. But these early inhibs for CLO, it is just feeding extra like farm and XP to Team Papa here. So they actually have managed to scale up, and they're quite even in terms of fighting power.
TCL looks like they're attempting to push through top, although Jin got caught out.
Yeah, in the meanwhile, Jin does get caught. Mordekaiser TPing back to defend. Should be able to do so with that ulti, isolating that single target. Yeah, Kaisa now with all 3 evolutions. Extremely strong champion. And that Invis resetting the aggro of the enemy team. Really helping the Kaisa out with the kiting, the re-aggro. Massively increases her survivability in these skirmishes. As we get to the later stages of the game here, items are starting to be completed, and notably, the Darius is actually down on items compared to the Mordekaiser, but none of that really matters as the Kaisa walks in melee range to get CC'd up and one-shotted by the Annie. Xin Zhao quickly follows her in death. Mordekaiser ult could not net him to kill Nautilus. That champ's so tanky, that extra CC really slowing down the Mordekaiser.
As 2 inhibs fall for CLO, the game could come in the close, especially if the third one does fall.
Yeah, but keep in mind here,
Ally has been slain.
Papa, if they end up winning a fight, does have the 3 grubs. So if actually no, that was last game. They don't even have grubs this
Yeah.
game. Never mind. I was gonna say if they end up getting an ace, they can push for the end with the extra grubs, but this game over, they do not have the grubs. Does end up still defending, however. Still alive in this hectic game.
I don't know if CLO has the firepower to get through the Mordekaiser anymore. As Zinza finds the Jhin in the jungle, flashes on it, but doesn't manage to pick up the kill on the Jhin.
Yeah, the Mordekaiser level 19 compared to Darius, level 16 only. Both these top laners able to get to level 20. And Mordekaiser almost already there. He's on to his last item in the build.
And he not. Oh.
Oh, good target selection here for the Nautilus, but no follow-up. The ulti onto the Soraka as she's basically frontlining. Does still manage to live, however, and that's 3 pickups, 3 kills for Papa. With these 3 kills, can they convert this into anything else? Maybe a dragon, a baron, or can they push any of these towers?
Zinza looks like he wants to start the dragon as Kai'Sa is doing an astronomical amount of damage to it. Does not take it, although it was at 600 HP. Zinzao went into the Annie instead.
Yeah, rotation mid here. The Soraka, not enough to keep the Zinzao alive. That Annie damaged the full pen build. Well, I mean, no Void Staff, but there is a lot of pen on the Shadow Flame. Is a lot of extra damage here. The Storm Surge.
I also see
Really
a
bursting the Zinzao down.
I also see a pattern for Jhin. Keeps like going top lane and trying to secure the inhib.
Yeah, but the Mordekaiser here, 1v2 in the mid lane, does a lot of damage to the Nautilus because he's mainly armor. And this Mordekaiser can end up really 1v4ing here. Yeah, pops the tower in mid lane. That's their first tower for Papa. Ulti's the Annie. Yeah, Mordekaiser's so strong. 4 levels up on his lane opponent.
Oh,
The dragon also being taken by the Kai'Sa, while the Mordekaiser effectively like 1v4s in the mid lane.
I think in this stage of the game, Mordekaiser is practically immortal.
Yeah, I mean, if the
Whoa.
Jhin does end up getting his damage onto the Mordekaiser, maybe he can die. The Jhin fully critted out 4 crit items with that IE, with that Lord Dominix, the
Was
Giant Slayer
starting
passive.
Baron, however, they found the Darius instead. Kai'Sa.
Enemy has been slain.
Yeah, Kai'Sa on 5 items now. If she procs her passive, that's a lot of damage onto any champion. On the squishies, that would basically render them dead. And on Darius, just 2 cycles of her passive does kill him. Yeah, if Papa doesn't make any proactive plays here, they'll just bleed out eventually, even if they manage to defend their base.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, but the Soraka now back in action with the Xin Zhao, this Enchanter combo, but the Soraka ends up going in by herself. Not enough damage to kill that Jhin. The Jhin running away with the extra move speed he does get from his passive. The crits, extra damage, 20 seconds on the Mordekaiser. Will the game end? Nautilus not really going for the Nexus, but these minions... No, the Mordekaiser back in time, trying to defend the wave. The wave for Team Papa also does come out from the Nexus, aiding in that defense. Yeah, but even if Papa ends up winning some of these fights, they are way too behind on the turret kills. The tiebreaker could end up really making I mean, they will probably just end up losing the tiebreaker if the game goes to 60 minutes. An ace here, though. Long death timers for CLO. Can Team Papa converge this win into anything? Yeah, they may have a gold lead, but they're definitely down in towers. So that final condition for the tiebreaker, well, what was it?
Your turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
Kills gold and tower. Looks like they're behind on 2 of the aspects, so if the game does stall out to 60 minutes, they are losing the tiebreaker so far. Oh, but these super minions might just end here, because no one's really defending them. The Mordekai's are back in the base. Super minions does end up finishing off the game. A win here for Team CLO. Yeah, with the inhibs down, they couldn't really walk out of their base to get anything meaningful, even if they do end up acing the enemy team.
And that will be it. I'll be ending stream.